Deep within the heart of the dense Eldwood forest, Ravensbrook stood like a sentinel against the encroaching shadows. The village itself seemed frozen in time, with cobblestone streets winding around quaint cottages, their thatched roofs sagging under the weight of centuries-old secrets. As the villagers gathered in the dimly lit tavern of the Silver Wolf Inn, whispers echoed about Eldric's curse. Old Man Thorn, the village storyteller, spoke of how Eldric's curse extended beyond Ravensbrook, haunting neighboring hamlets like Silvermere and Misthaven. These places, once lively and vibrant, now bore the mark of the werewolf's nocturnal reign. Eldric's ominous legacy stretched farther, reaching the bustling market town of Thornridge, where merchants traded tales as eagerly as goods. In hushed conversations, they speculated on the cursed bloodline that supposedly flowed through the veins of certain families. The cursed ones, they said, bore the burden of lycanthropy, cursed to transform under the mesmerizing glow of the full moon. Even the grand city of Luminara, perched on the edge of the Eldwood forest, felt the chill of Eldric's curse. Nobles behind the towering walls of Luminara's castle spoke of mysterious howls in the distance, unsettling even the bravest of knights. Objects associated with the curse took on an eerie significance. A tattered journal found in the abandoned house on Wraithmore Lane contained the handwritten confessions of someone who claimed to be Eldric's descendant. In the town square, a decrepit fountain depicted a snarling wolf, its eyes seemingly alive with a malevolent intelligence. The villagers believed that the curse once hid in plain sight, their human forms concealing the monstrous secret within. A peculiar shop, Moonlit Trinkets, was rumored to be a front for those seeking charms and talismans to ward off the werewolf's curse. Yet, the enigmatic shopkeeper, known only as Celine, whispered of a more sinister truth, that the curse could not be easily escaped. As the moon waxed and waned, the tension in Ravensbrook and its neighboring locales heightened. The once tight-knit communities now regarded each other with suspicion, questioning who among them bore the curse. The night air became thick with paranoia, and the howls of wolves, both real and imagined, blended into a haunting symphony that echoed through the cursed lands. And so, the tale of Eldric's curse continued to weave its tendrils through the fabric of the land, leaving the inhabitants of Ravensbrook and beyond trapped in a web of darkness and mystery, awaiting the next chilling chapter to unfold. The trail of the werewolf's curse extended beyond the confines of villages and towns, venturing into the remote hamlets nestled between mist-covered hills. The village of Emberfall, perched on the edge of a desolate moor, whispered of a spectral figure that roamed its fog-shrouded streets during the full moon. Locals spoke of the haunted marshlands, where the ghostly apparitions of Eldric's victims were said to wander, forever trapped between the realms of the living and the cursed. In the coastal town of Stormhaven, where the salty sea breeze carried tales from distant lands, sailors spun yarns of encountering a monstrous creature with fur as black as the darkest night. The name Eldric was uttered with trepidation in the crowded taverns, the fear of the werewolf's curse casting a shadow even over the bravest seafarers. As the whispers of the curse reached the bustling metropolis of Silver Peak, nestled between towering mountains, a secret society known as the Lunar Order emerged. Composed of scholars, alchemists, and mystics, they sought to unravel the mysteries of Eldric's curse. The great library of Silver Peak became a repository of forbidden knowledge, its dusty shelves holding ancient tomes that spoke of lunar rituals and celestial alignments. Artifacts tied to the werewolf's curse gained mythical significance. A moonstone amulet, rumored to have been forged in the heart of the Eldwood forest, became a coveted relic believed to ward off the curse. Blacksmiths in the distant town of Ironhaven forged silver weapons said to be the bane of werewolves, their blades glinting with an otherworldly gleam. The expansive desert city of Sandgate, where the scorching sun dominated the day, held its own tales of Eldric's curse. Nomadic storytellers traversed the arid dunes, weaving intricate tapestries of a lone werewolf that prowled the desert nights, its haunting silhouette cast against the undulating sands. The mysterious Isle of Whispering Winds, surrounded by turbulent seas, became a sanctuary for those seeking refuge from the curse. The island's ancient ruins held cryptic inscriptions hinting at a forgotten prophecy that foretold the rise of a savior who would either break the curse or plunge the world into eternal darkness. With each passing moonlit night, the enigma of Eldric's curse deepened, entwining the fates of distant realms and disparate landscapes. The tapestry of this haunting saga stretched across mountains, seas, and deserts, leaving an indelible mark on the diverse corners of the known world. The question that lingered in the air like an unspoken incantation was whether the curse could ever be unraveled, or if it was destined to eternally bind the destinies of those touched by its malevolent magic. In the secluded monastery of Whispering Pines, nestled high in the snow-capped peaks of the northern highlands, monks chanted ancient hymns to appease the spirits they believed were entangled with Eldric's curse. The monastery, surrounded by icy cliffs and forbidding glaciers, became a sanctuary for those seeking solace from the ominous howls that echoed through the mountain passes. The bustling port city of Coral Haven, renowned for its vibrant coral reefs and maritime trade, bore witness to a peculiar phenomenon during the nights of the full moon. Fishermen, returning from their nocturnal voyages, spoke of eerie shadows beneath the waves and the unsettling feeling that Eldric's curse had infiltrated even the depths of the ocean. In the heart of the dense heatherwood, a mystical forest where ethereal lights flickered among the ancient trees, the village of Starfall embraced the belief that Eldric's curse was tied to celestial forces. Astrologers and seers gazed into the night sky, interpreting the constellations as cryptic messages about the fate of those ensnared by the werewolf's affliction. Far to the east, in the arid expanse of the Ember Wastes, nomadic tribes whispered of a nomad shaman who claimed to commune with the spirits of Eldric's victims. The shaman's tent, adorned with cryptic symbols and dried herbs, became a place of pilgrimage for those desperate to break free from the clutches of the curse. Even the opulent floating gardens of Serenalia, a city built upon interconnected platforms suspended above a vast lake, could not escape the tendrils of Eldric's curse. Nobles adorned in silk and jewels convened in glittering halls, their conversations veiled in secrecy as they discussed the possibility of harnessing the curse's power for their own gain. As the tale of Eldric's curse continued to ripple through the diverse landscapes, a nomadic bard named Lyria traversed the realms, weaving haunting melodies that spoke of the intertwined destinies and the elusive quest for redemption. Her ballads echoed in bustling marketplaces, desolate wastelands, and sacred temples alike, leaving behind a haunting refrain that lingered in the hearts of those who listened. The world, now intricately connected by the thread of Eldric's curse, awaited the unfolding of a destiny yet unknown. The myriad landscapes, each with its own secrets and mysteries, held the key to understanding the ancient enigma that had bound the fates of countless souls. And so, the journey continued, with the moonlit nights carrying the echoes of a howling mystery that transcended the boundaries of time and space. As Lyria's haunting melodies echoed through the diverse landscapes, a gathering storm on the horizon heralded an unprecedented celestial alignment. The disparate realms, bound by the common thread of Eldric's curse, found themselves drawn to a sacred nexus point hidden within the heart of the Eldwood Forest. The nomad shaman from the Ember Wastes, the scholars of the Lunar Order, the monks of Whispering Pines, and the nobles of Serenalia, among others, converged on the ancient site. Under the glow of the full moon, the disparate group formed an unlikely alliance, united by a shared desire to unravel the mystery that had haunted their lives for generations. As the celestial alignment reached its zenith, an ethereal gateway appeared, shrouded in a luminous mist. The air crackled with ancient magic as the gathered assembly stepped through the portal, transported to a realm between worlds. Here, in the liminal space, they encountered a spectral figure, the ghostly manifestation of Eldric himself. The air was thick with tension as Eldric's gaze swept over the assembly. A collective breath held as the once cursed descendants awaited judgment. To their surprise, Eldric's ethereal form radiated not malevolence, but a profound sadness. He spoke of an ancient pact with the spirits, a curse born not of malice but of cosmic balance. The curse, he revealed, could only be broken by a selfless act of sacrifice that transcended the boundaries of fear and mistrust. The assembly, now bound by a shared purpose, pledged to undertake the arduous journey to fulfill the conditions of the cosmic pact. Their quest took them through treacherous terrains, mystical challenges, and tests of character that pushed the limits of their resolve. As they neared the culmination of their journey, the group faced a pivotal decision. A selfless sacrifice was demanded, and it became clear that only one among them could fulfill the ancient pact. The diverse assembly, having forged unlikely bonds and overcome countless trials, grappled with the weight of their choices. In the climactic moment, a single figure stepped forward, Lyria, the nomadic bard. With tears in her eyes, she embraced the destiny that awaited her. Her sacrifice, fueled by love, compassion, and a commitment to breaking the cycle of the curse resonated through the realms. The moment Lyria's sacrifice was made, the spectral figure of Eldric dissolved into a cascade of shimmering light. The assembled descendants, their burdens lifted, felt an inexplicable sense of liberation as the curse that had bound their lives for centuries unraveled. The portal reopened, leading the once cursed assembly back to their respective realms. The world, now free from the specter of Eldric's curse, flourished anew as communities that had long been divided by fear and suspicion found a common ground. Yet, as the moon cast its gentle glow over the Eldwood forest, whispers lingered in the night breeze. Tales of Lyria's sacrifice, the assembly's journey, and the cosmic pact became the stuff of legends, ensuring that the story of Eldric's curse endured as a cautionary tale, a reminder that even the darkest of curses could be shattered by the enduring light of selfless love and unity.